Hello, Virgo. This is Marley with Fawn and Fire Intuitive. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I am going to be looking into the next 6 months, the most important things for you to know, things that might be coming up in the next 6 months. It's important that you always use your intuition when you are watching these, because sometimes certain energies will come out and maybe I will describe them a certain way, but they might show up a little bit differently for you. So it's the energy is the same, but it might look a little bit different, okay? And it's also always important to remember that free will trumps tarot, all right? So we are tuning into the collective consciousness or to a message that might be important for a specific group of people to hear at a specific time. So if this doesn't resonate with you, it simply means it wasn't meant for you. And if it's a message that you don't like, you can very easily shift the trajectory, if that's what you prefer, by changing your thoughts, your beliefs, your action, your environment. There are a multitude of ways to do that, okay? If you're looking for a personal reading, my information is down in the box below. And you can either shoot me an email or check out my website. And pretty soon I'm going to be starting, actually in just a couple weeks, a subscription group, Love and Above, where you will be able to work on manifesting, really working on your ascension process, going further in your spiritual journey, tuning into your intuition more, figuring out how you can harness universal energy for your own creation, empowering yourself. So if you are interested in that, there will be, I'm going to link a video at the end of this to just give you a better description than what I just gave you, because that was pretty shoddy. But also you can click on my website and get more information there, okay? Or just shoot me an email. All right, so let's see. I already pulled the oracle cards. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And then I will pull the tarot cards and shuffle the tarot cards here. Okay, so for your sacred geometry, first we have curiosity, the number 15. Presence, the number 32, duality, the number 13, transition, the number 43, and then solar plexus chakra. Okay, and I'm just going to turn over the rest of the oracle cards and then I'll start talking. For your spirit animals, we have the rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. The vulture spirit, number 63 or a 9, nothing is wasted. And then number 42, my favorite spirit animal, the otter spirit, but it's in reverse, you are never alone. Okay, so first off, in the next 6 months, some of you could be going through an ending of some sort, or it's like, it might feel like something is ending. Like you think about the vultures, how they circle around their prey, just waiting for it to die. Definitely with that number 9 here. And then we also have the number 9 in duality, okay? It seems like the great thing is in the next 6 months, Virgo, you're really going to be stepping into your power in a more balanced way, okay? You're going through something that's either going to seem very light or very dark to you, depending on your perspective, okay? And it is transitioning you to really stand in your power and to kind of take up space and have more presence. It's possible that you have been just trying some new things out. It's possible that you're just getting into manifesting or your spiritual journey, or you've just come across like a certain type of soul connection that it's really piqued your curiosity. And this card says the frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind growth and evolution. So first off, it possibly could have to do with everything that's happening right now, you know, with this pandemic. But it's almost like it's got you thinking. It's got you curious about maybe certain beliefs that you had, certain relationships, a certain career that you had, and kind of that polarization, the duality of like good versus evil, dark versus light is really, I'm going to pull more cards to find out why. But it is threatening your power right now. You feel it is, okay? Something in your life that, you know, you are judging and labeling good or bad, okay? It is messing with your sense of power. So we're going to get more information about that, and it could be something that's already present in your life. Then we have the Judge, which is, again, it's about that, dark versus light. With the duality here, we have the yin yang symbol. This can be really starting to accept your own shadow aspects, to putting a halt on judging others so harshly. Oh, and then we have the Kiss. Okay. So it could be, if you are operating like heavy in the light, you could be running up against somebody who is more, you might feel at this time that they're kind of operating in darkness, and you may even feel betrayed by them, because as soon as I saw this, the Judge with the Kiss, I thought about Judas betraying Jesus for some gold. So it could be that, you have a relationship that you feel betrayed in, but we're going to get some more information. This is just the overarching energy, and I want to find out more specifics. Okay. I mean, definitely with this otter spirit, you are not alone being in the reverse. It's quite possible that you're going through a situation where you kind of feel alone. And we have that Knight of Wands in reverse wanting to jump out. Okay, so definitely be careful. There might be somebody coming in that you feel very curious about. They have this presence, okay, and they might make you feel kind of alive because they help you. Yeah, they help you kind of activate your solar plexus, or step up in a way, or try new things that you don't normally try. And I am also feeling they could be activating your sacral chakra or your throat chakra. Okay, but it is kind of a transition relationship meant to teach you, okay, to walk in your power more. It might be kind of in and out. Okay, sometimes that happens. We have these soul relationships where they wake up an aspect of us, like they get us speaking our truth. Or, I mean, a lot of times you come across a soul relationship, whether it be friendship or romantic, and all of a sudden you change careers, or you wake up spiritually, or you start to embrace your body more and love yourself more. So, it's like you might want to like judge them and be like, oh my gosh, he was such a player, or she was, crazy, or whatever. But there could be this aspect where you're meant to rise above judgment and realize nothing is wasted, that whatever is happening, it was to like bulldoze you through an obstacle. And the truth is, even if you feel alone while going through it, you are never alone. And this otter spirit, it's number 42, but that it reduces down to 6, and 6 is so important in numerology and in the major arcana of tarot. It is a choice between the Devil and the Lovers. It's a choice between bondage or freedom. Like the Lovers represents things that are really satisfy us on a soul level, and it represents expansion, not being boxed in. It represents a choice too, like a very important choice. And the Devil represents, being chained, addicted, bound, stuck. Okay. So it's like, it's really important for you to break free from the chains and realize nothing is wasted, even if something is coming to completion. And even if you feel alone, it's about the perspective. How are you going to look at it? It's meant to give you your power back so that you can actually really step into manifesting what you actually want. We have here the Two of Hazards, and in my zombie tarot, the Two of Hazards, it's a zombie chained in a little like a science, what would that be called? A laboratory. Yeah. In the next 6 months, you're going to be learning a lot about your own duality, your shadow and your light. And for some of you, it's going to happen you're going to come across somebody and you're going to kind of see the positive and negative aspects of being with that person. Everything in our life, all potential energy is equal parts positive and negative. And that's why our focus is so important, because it's very easy, if we've been wounded, to focus heavily on the negative. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, so it could be, not getting an offer that you want. But I can't help but notice in this Ace of Cups too, this Ace of Cups is so interesting because it's a severed head, and the focus is more on the brain, the thoughts, okay? So it all all the seeds of your life, everything being created, it starts within you. It starts with your thoughts and your beliefs and your subconscious mind. And it's kind of showing that some of the ways that you're bound right now and chained, you're being given an opportunity to break those chains, to overcome the obstacles, and not to beat yourself up about it, because nothing's wasted. Everything you've gone through up until this point, there's been a purpose to it. Some of you might need really to take this time when you are alone, like if you're having a hard time, or if you are in quarantine and there's people always around. It's really important for you to find time to get centered, to get balanced, and to really actually start to examine these things that are coming up. Okay, we got a good card. Because here's the thing, anytime, if you're getting overwhelming feelings that are negative, it means you're not focused on truth that aligns with like your higher self and who you're meant to be and what you actually deserve. And for some of you, it's really showing kind of self-love and your thoughts and possibly judgments of others. And that could come because, if in childhood you were judged harshly, it becomes this natural thing that our ego and our subconscious will try to identify other people's weaknesses and kind of build a story that protects us so that we feel like we are good enough and like that we didn't actually hurt anybody. But it's showing that staying bound to a lack of self-love, especially starting in the mind, could be what's blocking the Two of Cups that wants to come in. We have a Queen of Wands here, which could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or it's a fiery, creative energy. And if you notice, she's a zombie nurse, and she's, hooked up for some transfusions herself, or she's giving transfusions, but she's hooked up as well. It's important in this time to make sure that you are focused on self-love. And with that transfusion, it's kind of going within. And since it's right over the Ace of Cups, which was like the mind, it could be really, encouraging you to reprogram your subconscious mind or consciously change your thoughts. Because we have the Knight of Swords. This is, could be in Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But it is this fast-moving communication. It could be arguing. It could be someone who lied to you, but let's see, or who will be lying to you in the next 6 months. The Magician. So this energy is either, with the Magician being in reverse, not creating with all that you have around you right now, or it is kind of this manipulative energy. And the thing is, outside energy is mirroring what's inside. And it might not be, this is something that kind of interestingly happens. It's like you might draw in somebody and you're like, well, I never manipulated them. Like, I've always been so nice to them. Why would they treat me this way? But it could be mirroring the way that you've been treating someone else, or something that you might not realize that you've been doing. So it's asking you to take a second look at that, because some of your relationships are showing you where you might need healing right now and where you can get more creative in your manifesting. And you want to be careful with this solar plexus chakra here, not to be manifesting out of control, because if you're manifesting from a place of control, that means there's a lot of fear in there, which goes against, first off, it manifests more slowly. Second, it doesn't usually have a great outcome because you're not getting yourself up to the vibration where you're drawing in what you really want. Then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is, can be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or it's kind of a romantic come in and out player energy, and that's coming out a lot. So for some of you, you're really asking to look in a mature way, and I know it's not easy, because it was very hard for me when this started to come into my consciousness that I needed to do this. But some of you are asked to look in a mature way How are my situations mirroring back to me? How have I been living in duality and judgment, and maybe labeling people in negative ways, because that's going to block your blessing. And for others of you, you're really being warned to, be aware. There could be a quick, and for some of you, I'm hearing this already happened. It could have happened even a long time ago, and you're still holding on to it. It was something that was meant to come in quick and teach you and help you stand in your power, and you're still hoping for the relationship. We have the 7 of Hazards, and if you look, it's electroshock therapy, like working on the subconscious. So Virgo, it seems like your mind is so important right now. Tell me more about this 2 of Cups. A stalemate is going to be ending, okay? And, okay, if some of you have had a dry spell, that dry spell is ending. It's not long term, okay? It's not long term, because it wouldn't be satisfying for you long term. And if you like held on to it, or you are holding on to it, yeah, that's that kind of, it's the Emperor in reverse. So we have the Magician in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. This is both, can be like narcissistic energies, but it's coming from a place of control from an unhealthy perspective, okay? Gosh, all of these cards are really saying, I think, Virgo, it's so important for you right now. It's possible some of you have been in a very difficult circumstance and dealing with somebody who is really harsh, who really, really hurt you, and you're being encouraged nothing is wasted. And even though you might feel like it right now, you are not going to be alone, okay? But then we have the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Hazards in reverse. Like, you're not meant to be up on a shelf. You're not meant to have to like disconnect from major parts of you in order to fit in a family or in society. And I mean, it's kind of showing like needing to process certain traumas, and for some of you it might be trauma you caused somebody else, and for others of you it's, I mean, the Hermit did just jump out as I said that, so that's Virgo, and for others of you it's trauma that you endured. We have the 6 of Hazards. It's this zombie chasing after a snake, like doing work in order to get something. In this case, a raw steak. And then the Lovers in reverse, which I did talk about that Lovers energy, being a choice. Why do some of Virgos feel like they don't have a choice? You have the King of Hazards. You might feel just kind of stuck in a certain situation right now. And then we have the Fool card, like really needing to kind of, he's at the cemetery, this Fool, with a picnic. It's almost like needing to celebrate the past, the good things that happened, like kind of change the viewpoint of the past and celebrate what you learned and what you gained, but also be willing to move on. It's almost like having a funeral party for some situation in the past. And for some of you, like it's difficult because you feel bound, and that could be because of the quarantine, and it could be affecting like family and finances, and there's like news that's not very positive. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, you're being encouraged, because it seems like for some of you, you're going to be on guard, and it's almost like certain things are going to be happening where it feels like, oh my gosh, this has been taken, like everybody wants a piece of me, this is so hard, or you're really going to be grieving something. But then we have the King of Wands, which is awesome. This is, again, that fiery energy. You're really being encouraged that you're going to be creating something. And the King of Wands builds from the bones of his past, okay? He is able to, in an honest, creative, that king energy, create a kingdom out of the bones of his past. The bones represents like something that the vulture already picked clean, okay? So the good news is you are going to be okay. That's the Page of Cups. You know, there's going to be messages of hope, messages that keep you encouraged. And you're going to have to kind of be on guard for the thoughts that you let in, the people you let in. You know, guard your ideas. For some of you, guard, and you don't have to get freaked out about this or anything, but guard what you do have. Protect what you do have. Don't allow anyone to come in and like finagle it away from you. Okay. We have a Queen of Hazards in the reverse. This can be another Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, because then we have the Nine of Hazards in reverse, make sure you're making practical decisions. Make sure you're protecting your thoughts about yourself, about your own self-worth, that you're making choices that are wise for you financially in the next 6 months. Okay, be careful about kind of like overspending, being too carefree. It's definitely saying protect what you have. Okay, protect what you have. Yes, I knew the Chariot was going to come out. At least I was hoping it was, because with this Judge and the duality, in normal tarot, the Chariot is guarding, the Chariot's being driven, and there is a black animal and a white animal. And, you know, the Chariot can represent getting that duality to work together and move towards a desired outcome that you have. Okay. So I feel like you're going to be kind of facing some situations that are really helping you like learn your true power. So the awesome thing is like, no matter what you're facing the next 6 months, it's revealing to you your power, your King of Swords energy and your Queen of Swords energy, how you're able to heal yourself, how you're able to heal others, how you're able to create, how passionate you are, how you're able to build from anything that gets torn down. So that is awesome. And even the people that you come across that might seem negative, they're awakening something in you and helping you find your power. Okay, so it's important to recognize that you're going to be victorious. First off, this season of learning is going to be quick, and it's really helping you kind of step into your authenticity and your power and align you with what you really want, and help you get rid of negative judgments that you have on other people and negative judgments that people have placed on you, and they're still like kind of eating away at you. This is really a reading about freedom, Virgo. So I think that's really exciting. I hope this was helpful for you. If you guys are interested in the Love and Above group, there will be a private chat where we encourage each other, we challenge each other, I will do videos a few times a week and daily posts, really helping with, first off, the spiritual ascension so that you can manifest quickly and manifest what you want. I have manifested so many miraculous things in the last 3 months. And that's coming from me, where like I still struggle. It's not like I stay exactly where I want to be all the time or make the choices that I'm human. Very human. And I have my own struggles, but implementing these things has really helped me to consistently be able to manifest and consistently be able to grow, move past emotional issues that were tripping me up. And so I wanted to be able to offer it in a format where it was affordable for anybody who wanted to do it, and people could be joining at any time. And so there will be just readings just for that group. And sometimes I get, channeled messages that I don't necessarily feel to share like on YouTube, but I would be able to share them there. So really looking into spiritual growth, how to manifest, how to get our life headed towards the trajectory that we truly want. It's 2020, it's the year, okay? And now is a perfect time with everything that's going on, mass awakening, the world changing, and with every, like I said earlier, all potential energy has equal parts negative and positive. So no matter how this situation looks, no matter how negative, there is an equal amount of positive that can come out of this, okay? So again, if you're looking for a personal reading, my information's in the box below. So much love and light to you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.